Aloha, my name is June, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about cleansing crystals and charging crystals, and offer a few suggestions on how to do that. You want to make sure that when you get a new crystal that comes into your keeping, that you release and you cleanse any previous programs or any energies that it picked up along the way. So, one of the most common forms and the most well-known ways to cleanse your crystal is with sage and the use of sage. You can typically get them in a bundle, but I prefer the leaves, and I like to burn the leaves. So what you can do is you pretty much, you light the sage and you use the smoke of the sage to cleanse your crystal. So if you were to have it in something like this, you would just have your crystal and you could just wave it over the sage, the smoke of the sage, and that will cleanse and purify the etheric energy of the crystal. You can also use Palo Santo, which I absolutely love. It's a great purifier of energies as well, and like I said, it helps to clean the etheric body of the crystal. Okay. Another way to cleanse your crystal is with the use of sound. Sound is also a really good way to break up any energies that are in the crystal because of the frequency of the sound. It just pretty much just breaks up any old patterns, and it just clears it. So one of the things that you can use is tinctures, like here, that I have right here. So you pretty much hold this over a crystal, have the intention of wanting to cleanse it, clear any energies, and you just strike the bells just like that. And you can do it 3 times, and that cleans the crystals. Okay. Another form, actually one of my favorite forms of cleansing crystals is the use of a copper pyramid. Now, what I like about the copper pyramid is not only does it cleanse the crystals, but it also charges it as well. So the shape of the pyramid, because of its sacred geometry, it has the ability to accumulate and store and create a vortex of life force energy in the middle of the pyramid. So within the pyramid, the shape of the pyramid, it harnesses life force energy. So all you do is you just place your crystal inside the pyramid, and you just leave it there for, however long you feel. And it doesn't even really take long. You can leave it in there for like 30 minutes, but I usually like to leave it there overnight, at least 24 hours. And it cleanses the crystal and it charges the crystal as well. I've noticed a huge difference from using the pyramid. So I actually I cleanse all the crystals. Everything that comes into my keeping, I use the pyramid to. The pyramid is one of the ways that I use to cleanse my crystal. A couple of other ways that you can use to cleanse crystals is by using other crystals, like amethyst and selenite. Amethyst is known to, because of its frequency, it has the ability and the property to cleanse energy as well, and it can absorb negative energy. And the selenite also, because of its frequency, has the ability to cleanse crystals. Well, pretty much cleanse everything around it. I like to use the amethyst and the selenite for like smaller pieces, like maybe some smaller points or jewelry. And that's a really good way to cleanse like your crystals as well, so like smaller pieces. But then you have to make sure that you cleanse the amethyst as well. You know what I mean? Because over time, the amethyst will pick up and draw on that negative energy, and you're going to want to cleanse the crystal also. If you bury your crystals in the earth, like if you have like a flower pot or a garden, you can leave them there, and they usually do take a little bit longer when you have them buried in the earth. Probably, I would say a week. Keeping them in the ground for about a week is a good amount of time. Streams and rivers are also amazing ways to cleanse your crystals. And my favorite way to cleanse my crystals is with the use of the ocean and ocean water. What I like in particular about using the ocean water is here in Hawaii there's a particular frequency here, and that this frequency is also in the ocean. Okay, so when you're charging the crystals or cleansing the crystals in the ocean, the frequencies also have the ability to code the crystals as well. So it's awesome because like when I cleanse the crystals with the salt water, with the ocean water here, not only is it cleansing the crystals, but it's also picking up the codes and the information in the water. And this will go for this works for pretty much anywhere, anywhere that you live. It will pick up information from that area, that particular area. You know what I mean? Like whether it's in the earth or through the ocean. There is information out there that suggests to cleanse your crystals in salt and just in like sea salt, and you pretty much, you could put it in like a glass bowl and have sea salt, and then you could just stick your crystals in there. Personally, I've read that if you do choose to cleanse your crystals that way, that the crystal can actually, the salt can create holes in the auric field of the crystal. Now, there are like so many amazing crystal healers and professionals that use this method of cleansing their crystals, but for whatever reason, with me, like that really resonated, and I don't prefer to cleanse the crystals that way. But you can mix the salt with the water, and you can make salt water like with sea salt and filtered water or spring water, and you can cleanse your crystals that way. But I don't like to use just sea salt. Last but not least, a very powerful way to cleanse your crystals, and if anything, this is like the ultimate way to cleanse your crystal, is with the power of your intention. Now, I mean, when you're cleansing your crystals using, whether it's sage, sound, the pyramid, you're already setting an intention to cleanse the crystal. You know what I mean? So there's already an intention there. So you don't necessarily need to use anything. You can just use your intention. So how you can do that is you can hold the crystal, and you can close your eyes and visualize the crystal in your mind's eye, and you can set the intention to cleanse the crystal of any programs, any previous programs, any negative energies, or any energies that are not aligned with the frequency of the crystal, for your highest good and the highest good of all. And you can visualize, you can use white light, which is cool, which is good because it carries all the spectrum of all the colors. And you can visualize this white light bathing the crystal. You can use the violet flame. That's also a good way, but pretty much your intention is really what matters. So you can use your imagination in whatever way you want to use. However you want to visualize. I mean, if you want to visualize it like, being cleansed like with a stream of water, or bathing it in water, like a waterfall, anything. You can use your imagination, but your intention is the key to doing that. Another great way, actually, that I was shown by my guides in how to cleanse your crystal is with your breath. Again, you have the intention, you hold the intention of wanting to cleanse and purify the energy, and you can just blow on your crystal, and you blow on the crystal and with the intention of cleansing and purifying it, and that also works just as well. So personally, I like to use more than one way to cleanse, more than one method to cleanse my crystals, because I like to make sure like they're crystal clear and they're just like, all sparkly clean. But it's up to you. You know what I mean? You can use and follow your intuition in whatever method works best for you. But I also do want to note that, so cleansing your crystals, once your crystal is cleansed, it's purified, it's cleansed out of any energies, and it's crystal clean and crystal clear. You're gonna also want to charge your crystal as well, so there's a difference between cleansing and charging. Okay, so a couple ways to charge your crystal one way is, again, to use the copper pyramid, which this is like the best of both worlds because it's cleansing and charging. It actually creates a very powerful charge using the pyramid, because of the concentrated light. I mean, like the way that I see it and the way that I experience it is it restores it to its natural state. So the pyramid has the ability to restore the crystal to its natural state of being because of the life force energy, the concentrated life force energy that's being focused in the center or within the pyramid. But another way that you can charge your crystals is with the sunlight. So you can lay your crystals out in the sun, and it can receive a really awesome charge from the sunlight. So the sun is a good way, and also the full moon is an awesome way to charge your crystals. And it also has the ability to cleanse your crystals as well. It does have a different kind of energy because you have to remember that the moon is actually light from the sun reflecting back down on the earth. So it's another form of the sun's energy. That's what the lunar energy is. It's the sun's energy, but it's being reflected from the moon. So it's more feminine and it's softer. Those are the different ways that you can cleanse and charge your crystals. And please feel free to leave a comment or a question below. And thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.